India marks its 79th year of independence, I want to begin by saying, what a time to be an Indian. I think every Independence Day is a reminder of how far we've come and how much more we can become. Today, India is the fourth largest economy in the world. We've surpassed Japan. Today, we are the fastest growing major economy in the world. And I think today India is standing at the convergence of many favorable macroeconomic factors. Our consumption continues to be robust. Inflation has come down and is expected to come down even more. Our agriculture production is expected to be robust. And the services sector is expected to continue its momentum. But yes, we do have a lot more to do. I think we must focus on continuing to improve our efficiency and productivity in every industry. We must focus on accelerating private sector investment. And as we continue to do that, we have to remember that the world is going to continue to remain volatile and fragile. And amongst all the geopolitical issues, we have to build an economy that is nimble, that is agile, that can adjust to all these volatilities in the world scenario. And I think we should make ourselves more and more self-reliant. We've made good progress on Atmanirbhar Bharat, but we must become more self-reliant in critical industries like defense and rare earth products. And in this backdrop, if I look at the 14 episodes of Journey Unscripted with Chanda Kochhar, which have been released so far, I see a common thread, a common belief in India. Whether it's been industry leaders like Mariwala or Sajjan Jindal, or change makers like Chetna Gala Sinha, or sports icons like Vijay Amritraj, I see a common belief in the potential for India, a common belief in our people, a common belief in our country, and a common belief that India's time is now. And that's what I want to celebrate today. Let's look at a few moments from these conversations which celebrate the spirit of India. Like you, I've also always been, optimistic about India's potential. So, from here to becoming the $5 trillion economy, the $30 trillion economy, you think we are on a good path?
We have become the fourth largest economy.
Yes.
In 2 years' time or 3 years' time, we'll become the third largest. Similarly, if you look at the financial side, look at the capital markets. I think our market capitalization is around 6 trillion. We are the fourth largest market cap in the world. But I think with new IPOs and large number of IPOs that are coming, the construction of semiconductors, number of units, in 5 years' time, we will be number 2. And the most positive thing for India, we have been growing at twice the global average.
That's right.
We have been growing for the last 2 years and the projection for 26 between 6.3, 6.5.
Yes.
The world is growing between 3 and 3.3. So I think we are in very good shape.
Good thing about India is that whatever you want to do, you can do. And still it will prosper. If you do things with right intent, with honesty of purpose, with commitment, with dedication, anything you can do, you will do very well. Whatever you want to do, you can do in this.
Because there's no shortage of demand. We have
Everything.
The consumption capacity.
Yeah,
Yes.
and now we are growing so rapidly. So we need everything. Everything falls short the next year.
Yes.
So therefore, I feel that we can do so much in this country.
I believe that with the economic growth of India, with Indian incomes growing, Indian consumers going more towards premium range of products.
I definitely think that if the Indian manufacturers play it right, they can still get a better competitive advantage compared to other countries. Because, all said and done, the math is in our favor.
We have to increase our productivity. We have to reduce our logistic costs are high. We have to improve ease of doing business.
Our manufacturing is only 15% of our GDP. We ought to get to 25%. We have to build our industry base. We must make products in India. We must value add in India, give jobs to our employees, our people, and create value here.
India has set huge targets, 500 gigawatts of non-fossil energy.
Good thing about this government is that they set large targets, big targets, ambitious targets. Unless we set ourselves ambitious targets,
We'll never have the drive to move.
In India, we're making massive strides in renewable energy. We're doing massive things to bring in more electric vehicles, to make a lot of changes on the ground. I think in our workspaces, there are some excellent companies in India that have set great examples.
India is blessed with numbers, right? And we need to leverage that. And there is no doubt that there is strength in numbers. I mean, if you have 1 lakh kids playing at the same time, there's more chance of you producing a world champion than if you have 10,000.
Yes.
It's as simple as this is pure math. There is a lot of talent in rural India, so giving them access would be a big impetus to the game.
As we try so hard now for the Olympics for 2036, which is what India is going after at this point, can we run it? Absolutely. Will we do a spectacular job? Absolutely. Will we make a profit from it? I think so, because India has got the ability to do all that. The hospitality in this country is overwhelmingly so far ahead of anywhere else in the world that you could possibly look at, that we can do wonders with the Olympics being here. But I always said that we shouldn't run it if you're going to be ranked 159th in the medal standings. We want to be good enough to make sure we're in the top 5.
we have amazing talent in the country.
This is such a large population, and talent is across ages, across genders, across geographies, across sports.
And the values that we grew up with were a great pride in India's pluralism, where gender justice was taken for granted, where putting yourself out to help somebody who is more needy than you, these were the given. And particularly the pluralism of India was a given. And so we grew up, going to the Ganpati mandals, we would have Diwali, Holi, Eid, Christmas, all of these things.
You came back to India. So what brought you back to India?
I think opportunity more than anything else.
I want to make India fit.
We can all help each other survive, sustain and do incredibly well.
And India will do so much better because we'll have healthy people.
Indian equipment is equivalent or better than most highly rated equipment.
Earlier also there used to be live music shows, but the way you've seen now, the international artists also making India their center place. I mean, you saw what happened to Coldplay and Ed Sheeran and so on. Is India actually becoming a musical powerhouse in the entire, world map?
But India was always a musical powerhouse. Artists from the West have always showed interest towards India. Everyone wants to collaborate here. Everyone wants to come and kind of do their performances here. India was always a strong market, but now it's become a very, very, very strong market.
Talking of the international films, I mean, you were one of the first actors to actually act in international films, Madam Sita's. What did the industry learn from the international films at that time?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि only we learn from them. They also learn. They also learn from us. Because you see, they are very, very good in their systems. But if the system fails, हम लोग तो हैं ही जुगाड़ू.
बिल्कुल.
System fail करेगा तो 15 लोग 15 चीजों के साथ आ जाते हैं. And that used to surprise them so much.
We've got a lot of good orthopedic surgeons all across India. So we've got an Indian Orthopedic Association, our IOA. And so the last 15 years, we've got a lot of good sports science centers that are all across India that are coming up, both in the government sector, also in the private sector. And we've got thousands of good orthopedic surgeons, and they're not just in the cities, they're in our tier 2, tier 3 rural areas also.
I've seen a lot more Indian trekkers, trekking and going outdoors, which is good. Nowadays, it has become a lot more popular for the Indian,
population also.
People who want to seek adventure. I'm glad it's finally happening that we are, because back in the 50s, adventure was not in the vocabulary of the Indian people.
And a lot more girls are now going.
Yes, I'm glad to see that.
India can only make real progress if we look towards our villages where 70% of the population lives, with a focus on the girl child and women.
I think India also went through a substantial kind of push and development in financial inclusion.
Yes.
Around 2014, this Jan Dhan Yojana was announced, where millions and now I think crores of accounts have been opened for those people who were otherwise unbanked.
So it was very interesting that Jan Dhan came, it provided an access. Women got an opportunity to open the account, but women also got an opportunity and were empowered that how are we going to spend. So just not access to finance, but control on finance, and I think that was very key for financial inclusion.
Will always be Indian, so that will never be able to go out of my head or in my heart.
Sweets. I don't care about Western. My Indian sweets, because every state you go through has something amazing.
So as we move on our roadmap to make this 5 trillion economy and then $30 trillion economy, what are the 3 non-negotiables you think India should put in place?
Ease of doing business,
Okay.
which includes ease of buying land and everything. Finance availability.
Yes.
Because no one will think of a large project unless funds are available. And third is some incentives that we had in the past, capital allowance, accelerated depreciation.
We had a full house. Can you imagine? It was just the magic of the
magic of the sari.
The sari, the magic of the sari.
Make sure that you're representing the flag and the anthem in the right manner for every Indian to be proud.
मेरा जूता है जापान.
फिर भी दिल है हिंदुस्तानी.
दिल है हिंदुस्तानी.
So as we just saw, it's the belief in India, in our people, in our potential that keeps driving us forward. And let's just look around. There is just so much to celebrate. Our youth are setting up startups which are thriving. Indians are leading global companies. Our women are setting up bold ventures. Our farmers are adopting technology. And our athletes are breaking all limits. So as we celebrate all this, and as we get onto our path of becoming the 3rd largest economy in the world, let's remind ourselves and let's resolve what is the kind of India we want to build. To me, it's an India where every child, whether a girl or a boy, has the belief that they can dream big and build bigger, where the smallest village is as connected to prosperity as the biggest city, and where growth is measured not just in terms of GDP, but in terms of dignity, inclusion, and equality in everyday life. Thank you all for being a part of this journey. I wish you and your loved ones a very happy Independence Day. Jai Hind.